I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Biggie, honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bout it. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a stick that'll be when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only care about what the pay teller say. Urge you wanna be don't gotta whip and brag on no petty. Let's not talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. I'm thinking like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. When you we not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bout it. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, stop trying to look. They do not cover me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in Rex involved. I they text and calls. Run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on pants, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bout it. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. When I get that daily paper, stop playing me. Pap.
Like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, no, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency.
There have been a number of romance to Marvel comics, some of which have had some uncomfortable moments, but only one ranks as the most disturbing. You may know Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver as the brother-sister duo fought alongside the likes of the Avengers and the X-Men, but in the Ultimate Universe, the relationship is a little more intimate than brother-sister. Don't get me wrong, they are still brother-sister, but that doesn't stop them from expressing that love in a non-sibling way. Thanks, Wolverine, for spying on them as they make love to confirm this for us. So gross. There have been a number of romances in Marvel.
I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, yeah. I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, no. Probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
All the boys and girls, I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off from fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5 days stay, take off for the meal, hella follow. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off the decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm rare. Take off the should know, take off the doje, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have? You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe.
Oh, dude, the biggest overachieving son of a bitch ever. Like, biggest ass goat, littlest ass rider. Maybe the musty one.
The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies ejecting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction, my pupils on skates. Holla. Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for steady. When you show your show, no credit. When you show your bro for leverage. What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip. What the is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like overdog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol. I flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest. While I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you go.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you're going to look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Watson. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Avoids him at the 40. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Lawson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because Covered was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
The Packers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually you're...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. He'll get it inside the 20. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling touchdown, Chicago. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From the 38, Rodgers. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now, he lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down now. It's Lawson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Get 300! Get 300!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Another pass complete to Bellinger. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now on first down. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there. You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game. Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Lawson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now a give, right side. Lawson stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are back within a score. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. Touchdown, Packers. Daniel Bellinger, a 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 158. That pushes him past Randy Moss and into fourth place all time. And the Packers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue. He's got him in, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
This is caught. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Touchdown! From a yard out, and the Bears get a bit closer. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with...
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the lose.